Hey guys, it's Volgar here again, and today I have for you a deck analysis. So I've been testing, you see the Vileplume and the Runiculus there. So I guess you can assume that it's the Ross's deck, and of course, there's the Dragon, so it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the deck, show you my variation of the Ross's deck, and then I'm going to tell you how the deck is played if you don't already know. So a 3/2/2 Vileplume, a 3/2/2 Runiculus, 1/1 Blissey line, 2 Pichu, 3 Kyurem, 2 Zekrom, and 1 Reshiram. Then for trainer supporters, we have 4 Twins, sorry about the glare, 3 Collector, 3 Charon, 2 Oaks, 2 Copycat, 2 Seeker, 1 Inn, 1 Professor Elms, and 1 Juniper. And then for trainers, we have 3 Rare Candy and 2 Communication. The energy line is 4 Rainbow, 4 Double Colorless, and 4 Waters. Now, looking at the list, some of you might think this is kind of peculiar. Donphan isn't in here, and traditionally Donphan is in Ross's deck, but I think with the format being the way it is, I think Donphan is just too much of a reliability. With that heavy 4 retreat cost and his damage cap being at 60, I just don't think he fits into this deck anymore. I don't think you can fit another 2 stage 1s in here with 2 stage 2s in here and still be able to get off your combos as consistently as possible. So what I did is I saw this issue and took out Donphan completely. And what I did was I added 3 Kyurem instead of the 1 or 2 that would traditionally be in here. And what I did with that is I was able to eliminate the need for fighting energy, but with that, I needed water energy to fuel Kyurem. So the basic strategy of the deck is to basically get your combo off with Runiculus and Vileplume, stopping the damage, the maximum. Basically, what you're trying to do is stop the damage cap at 120 or lower, so your dragons don't get OHKO'd. Traditionally, you would just come back with high outrages, or just beat them down, limit all the damage with Blissey. But what I tend to do is I won't get going until turn 6 or 7. I'll have my combo off by around 3 or 4 turns, and I'll start building up Kyurem. And what I'll do is I'll glaciate. And instead of getting a game in 20 or 25 turns like you normally would with Ross's deck, or maybe not that drastic, but like 10, 15 turns, with Ross's deck, what you're able to do is you're able to cut that in half with Kyurem. Instead of taking 1 prize every 2 turns, you'll take 6 prizes every 4 turns with Glaciate. And what that does, it just completely decimates your opponent's field. Glaciate puts 30 damage on every single one of your opponent's Pokemon. Let's say you're going up against Reshiram, which is probably the most heavily played deck in the format right now. I'm not saying it's the best deck, saying it's probably the most heavily played, but Glaciate does 60, would in that case do 60 to the active and 30 to everything else, and within 3 turns you've knocked out the active, and hopefully Vileplume has stopped the ability for Pokemon Communication and Rare Candy, so they aren't able to get their basics into fully evolved forms, and Glaciate's just able to completely wipe out the field, taking 4 or 5 prizes in 1 turn. So, I think it's a bit of a variation on a very successful deck. I think other people have also come up with this idea. I'm not saying it's completely original, but I'm just saying it's my own take on the deck. Feel free to comment on what you think the strategy of the deck should be. Changes you would make to the deck, anything like that. And along with that, just rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video, and see you later.